Hello TMM, my name is Raghav. I'm the co-founder of Tossido.
Hi TMM, I'm Kanika Suri, the co-founder of the brand Tossido. Tossido is the name of our retail brand that was started in 2010. The name Tossido came as a part of our parent company's name. So our parent brand is called Toss Marketing Private Limited, and the word Ido in another language means an offspring. So it's literally the child of the parent, and hence the name came into being. Also, when we started off with men's accessories, and they go best with the tuxedo. So Tossido and tuxedo rhyme together, and hence it seemed like a good fit. We kept it short, sweet, and catchy for everyone to remember us.
The organization came into existence in 1999. The main company name is Toss Marketing Private Limited. It was started by our father, Shri Rakesh Suri. He was really fond of accessories, neckties, pocket squares, as we are doing currently also. And since 1999 till 2010, we were primarily doing customized neckties for Indian Army, Indian Air Force, Pepsi, Samsung, many major MNCs, many government companies we were doing. We realized that there is a gap from doing the corporates, and then we realized there's a gap like in the retail section. And due to that gap, we just Tossido came into existence, and only basic neckties, basic items like basic accessories were available in the market. And since 2010 and 2025, that's the journey of Tossido that we have.
So as Raghav just mentioned, there were just basics in the market, basic neckties and at max solid color cufflinks or pocket squares. So now what was the need of the hour was a solid men's accessories brand where the focus was beyond the basics, because this is something that people were using to express themselves, not just be, looking formal. And we looked around at that point and we found that the maximum space that an accessories counter got, or like a kiosk, was right behind the cash counter, and that was it. And when people were genuinely trying to look for something, there were the basic colors that were there that went with the blazer. There was nothing quirky, no innovation on design or color or patterns. And that is when we realized the need for not just expanding this category, but also looking at a lot of other categories that are there that define the accessory space. So we started online. We started with one store in 2010 when Tossido came into being, and after that we went from one online store to about 15 plus, and literally every store that is there in the country at the moment, from Nykaa Man, Nykaa Fashion to any, we're there everywhere. But how we look at it is, we looked at being the brand that was aimed at stepping up and amping up the men's fashion game. And right after that, in COVID, we actually launched our own website also, and we've also now expanded into something that we proudly claim as an entire store that houses accessories and not just your neckties and cufflinks and pocket squares. So we have 2 retail stores at the moment, and we're looking at expanding into a lot more.
As you are like, what inspires us? What inspires us actually is the customers, their feedbacks majorly. As I handle the backend and the marketing of the company, so we always, like, on a daily basis we receive a lot of queries of the like, do you have this necktie, or do you have this pocket square and all that. So that actually inspires majorly just to launch that collection or that color style or that pattern. And then we also have our in-house team who does an R&D from the few magazines we do, or we also just take inspiration from Pinterest that what new collection can be launched. And so it's a mix of both.
We always look at rather the Pantone shade of the year, so it was Mocha Mousse this year. We look at a lot of trends that are going on because we believe in getting contemporary world-class fashion to the country. We look at international designers, we look at brands, I won't like to name many, but the top-notch brands across the world that are selling the most beautiful accessories and neckties, silk scarves, etc. We also look at our Indian designers and take inspiration, because it's a good blend of modern and traditional that we see in our scarves and neckties and pocket squares. We look at the engravings that are done across the country in terms of art forms of Rajasthan. We look at the different monuments across different cities, etc. We are soon to launch an entire range of scarves and pocket squares that are inspired by every city of India, because we feel that India is one which is full of color and tradition and a lot of modern blend of art forms. So that's how we bring together a collection, and we look at working on it biannually. So our team of designers sit, we look at what's the next thing that's coming up, what is it that will attract our clients, and not just our individual consumers, but we have a huge customer base in our corporate consumers. And they are the ones who actually constantly push us to get something new every season. So I think it's a sum total of all of that. So this goes back to the time when our father started this brand. We had modest beginnings in terms of the brand as well as the family. And the entire thing that we were always taught when we were kids was that no matter how much you earn, there's a part of it that should be given back to society in some way or the other. So the thought started back in childhood when we saw our father actually adopt certain kids of certain orphanages, funded their food and education for a few years. We also saw him do a lot of other good work where we got ourselves associated with NGOs. We used to visit them during Diwali and other events where we were a part of what they created and they sold. We were a part of some of the blind school initiatives also, and this sort of got ingrained in us in that sense, but the thought is something that originated with him. So after that, when in 2010 or around that time, we want to do something which is more sustainable and something we're doing on a regular basis. So this NGO came by which had a lot of people with disabilities, but we call them specially abled people, because they are deprived of certain things from God, but they're actually blessed with a lot of other skills, and they are beautiful karigars. So when Papa had started working with them, they had pieces of cloths that were left behind from the productions we did. They used to create beautiful pieces of accessories from that and sell it during a blind school mela or others. Then after a while there was a gap, but then we started seeing if there is an opportunity to do continuous work with them. COVID is when we started working with them, and with the kind of skill sets that they had, we realized that they could work on any product that we gave them. So we started with masks as a utility item during COVID, but one thing led to the other, and it was masks first, then we went into pocket squares, and a lot of other accessories that you see today are made by them. There are certain pieces that you see of our collection, which are the stoles, the men's stoles that are there, which has very fine fringes at the bottom. There are very few in the country who can actually do it, and these are the people who can. These are people who have issues with their limbs and cannot walk, but their hands are blessed with beautiful karigari, and that is what we rely on. It's been 5+ years, sheer place of love and wanting to give back to society, but it's something we're truly proud of, and this one's for you, Papa.
First of all, we want to thank our customers who have been there and who have supported us throughout, so that now we know that throughout the years how we have evolved. In this, over the years that what I have just seen, that earlier only the Raja Maharajas or the top corporate people or like people who were like occasionally we just used to wear like in the weddings and all that. But now we see the trend that everybody wants to just get properly dressed up.
It started with the elite, and now it is more mass market in the sense that with increase in education, with increase in self-expression, with not just people, but the people around them being acceptable of a person being a certain way. I think this evolution of thought has also translated to what people are wearing now. So it doesn't have to be something that just amps up an attire, like a plain suit or a plain dress it's not just a little accessory that's being added. This is used as also something that defines a person's personality. So that's the evolution that we've changed, that it's not decorative alone, but it is also in a way defining the person's character and persona. So that's the evolution we've seen, and I think the times of plain vanilla are over. people don't want to dress up in plains and just come out and walk out, but add like just a little accessory. Like there's one right here. I could have just worn the dress, but it's just the element that, you know, we thought that, and it's an expression of what I feel for in terms of freedom of expression and the bold attitude that one can carry. So similarly, that's what we feel, that this evolution has been very fresh in the sense that it's not just of accessories but of thought process as well. One being that as founders, we're personally invested, and the skill sets that we have, and I think this is something that no one can replicate. The skills of each one of us is complementary. So if I am doing a strong front ending of the brand, there is someone who's doing a strong back end. The entire process is very seamlessly managed with, you know, interactions with the client, ensuring that the client wants what he or she is looking for, and ensuring that there's consistent, good quality, fine production that's happening at the back end. Not just product, we have a very heavy focus on our packaging, because in today's times, it's how you package it in the best way possible. So even before what's inside every layer that, you know, unravels the product, from an outside ribbon to the box, to the butter paper, to the sticker on it, and even a note inside, there's so many elements that go into it, and we could have just put it in a box or a folder and given it, but we look at every layer of that, because we understand the purpose of why that product is bought. One, either for self-use or majorly for gifting, because it's the wow experience that everyone's looking at when they come to Tossido as a website or a store. So it's the experience that we're looking at creating, and not just the product. Now in packaging, how we're constantly innovating is, we had products that weren't sustainable earlier, but we're looking at sustainable, eco-friendly product boxing options, and we have done plain boxes that go for corporates and meetings, but we've also done festive and occasion based packaging, as you see here. So there's different foil and, you know, something that exhibits the Indian tradition with peacocks and all, and this is something because wedding as a category is one of our biggest consumers that you know, we sell during season time. The next thing that we focus on is that it's bundled with services. So when you arrive at our store, be it digitally through a WhatsApp or through the website or store, we make sure that what you bring as a problem gets a solution. So we ensure that you're looking for something as simple as a black tie, or you're looking for something as broad as the gifting option for a bridesmaid you know, party. We will make sure that our people get into it from the first point to the last, and ensure that it's a beautiful experience for the receiver of that product. All of this is also backed up with tech, and in today's times when speed is the name of the game, we are looking at multiple aspects where if you're reaching out to us, we ensure you get some instant response which sort of answers what your current query is, and then it's routed to another team that looks deep down into what you're looking at. Also, there are service levels that are amped up every other month, where we look at ensuring how you get the products faster. So in Delhi NCR, we have an express delivery service where you can get a product that you order within 2 hours. We are customizing for our clients, and that is when the end consumer is an individual eventually. So we take a lot of input from them and you know, constantly create. So summarizing it in a way, we are not here for quick fixes. We're not here for quick money. We are not just building a brand. We're here to build a legacy. And every interaction that you have with us really makes a difference. At Tossido, our products are proudly premium, but it's at the same time very accessible. Pricing actually is a perception. So the value that you derive out of it is very subjective. So for some it may be, and we have had customers come to us and say that, oh, you're very decently priced and for the value that you're giving. And value again is a matter of interpretation. So we are not expensive, we are costly. We genuinely put our heart and soul into creating the products that we create. So what you see, you may call it a necktie or a brooch, but what actually goes into it is a lot of R&D. There's resources involved in terms of people, in terms of thought, in terms of every element of the product that's going into it, in terms of the materials, the resources. We have to ensure that whatever comes as an output is something that defines you and your personality. it is an emotion that's come out there, when you pick up the product. So everything has to fall in place. And now to all of this, along with beautiful packaging, service levels that are prompt, a company or an organization that's constantly innovating to ensure that you're not bored of what you picked up last from us. You have a gift option that you want. The moment you step out for any occasion, you have something very handy and you can just go to a Tossido website and get it as express delivery. You have people here talking to you, understanding what you want as a product or even a service or a packaging which is personalized. Everything comes together and that is what derives the price. So we'd say it's not so black and white when you say that we're expensive or high priced. We are premium and very rightfully so.
Our neckties start from $8.99 MRP. Our pocket square, they start from $4.99. Our brooches, they start from again $5.99. Our socks are $1.99. So when we talk about pricing, then we also have the starting range. But when customers enters the stores or when the customers visit our website, they usually like the articles which are a little bit more costly, and they like that because that's the R&D that our company has done, our people have done behind those products. For the festive hampers, we have created a special packaging that we have in-house, and we have different products that are available. And these hampers are also available and live on our website. Also, you can walk in our stores, and these are also available at the store where you can just select. These hampers we have created few hampers as per our liking, but these hampers can be also customized as per your requirement, as per customer's requirement. They need to mix and match with the necktie, with the pocket square, or with the scarf or the store. You can just create your hampers. These are most available. Also, we are launching a new categories this end of this year or maybe early next year, and so do look out for those.
For the weddings is a particular category that is our very widely accepted one, and year on year we've seen the uptake and also the level of customizations really go up. So when we talk about wedding hampers, there are different categories in which they're done. One is something that is picked off the shelf. The ready stuff that we have is just packaged with a certain hashtag and with notes put inside, and we do all of that as customizations, but the product remains as the product that we have in-house. There's another level of customization that happens where there are wedding cards that are sent to us and we have to match the design of the wedding card to the print of the accessory. So we've done that also, where we made hampers that have scarves for the ladies and pocket squares for men, and the entire customization happens to the extent that the box, the packaging of the individual pieces, the ribbons or the cards that are inserted, everything is as per the client's liking. Then besides what's used as general gifting for the Baratis, there's also welcome gifts for the Baratis that are used, and our entire brooch collection is extensively used for that, where the most widely used brooches are the rose brooch and the lily brooch. Then we have customizations done on also neckties. If they're gifting that to their people, the back side of the necktie with just the label or something that's a memory of the wedding, people get that also customized. Then giftings are done across different relatives. So there's an entire hamper that goes for either groomsmen or just for the groom. There's a hamper that's made for the bridesmaids. Then there's mehendi favors, where our pocket squares are the most famous. Pocket squares are customized in terms of print. So there are Marwadi weddings where we get bandhani prints that are to be put, or some patola prints that are to be made, and those are the ones that are used as mehendi favors. So we can actually literally be a part of your wedding from the time you welcome your guest till the return favor that you give them when they're exiting the wedding. So it's an experience that we're trying to create, and the level of personalization is something that's really appreciated by all our brides-to-be and a lot of wedding companies that approach us. This forms a major part of our revenues for Tossido. And in this, the kind of clients we cater to are the prestigious names like the Indian Defence Forces, a lot of renowned 5-star hotels across the country, namely the Oberoi's, Leela, Taj and many, many more. We work extensively with pharma companies where there are requirements that range from uniform-based requirements to gifting requirements as well. So this is across the spectrum of working with many big corporates as well as government officials, that we can serve you not just with your uniform requirements but also every occasion-based gifting as well. We work on this in two ways. The first one is where you can actually take advantage of the ready stock, because we constantly have 5,000 plus pieces of products across categories as well as packaging. So with a turnaround time of about 48 hours across the country, you could get all these giftings at your doorstep with the collection that we have in-house. The other one is where we can look at extensively customizing what you want. So for example, if you have your brand aesthetics in terms of the color palette, in terms of the logos, or even thematic gifting, whereas where you could be looking at gifting something which is very specific to, say, a Women's Day, or it could be something relating Independence Day, etc. We could actually create accessories that completely go in line with what your requirement is, and this could mean making not just the accessory but also its packaging, in terms of the design, in terms of the card inserts that are there, etc. So we could completely package it the way you want it. We have a very skilled design team that works every day to work on these customizations, and this is how we ensure that we bring form to your imagination. We'd like to say that we're super committed to doing this, and we will be constantly getting newer and newer accessories, be it in terms of range of designs, fabrics, or even the category of products that we serve you. Taking our commitment forward to bringing in new accessories, how can we miss out on the jewelry for women? So we are going to be launching something that's very exciting. So there's going to be rings, there's going to be pendants and chains. There's going to be an entire collection of alphabet pendants that are going to come up. There's also going to be earrings, and this is something that you can adorn and you can wear during your meetings as well as parties. So, AM to PM accessories. Do watch out. We're happy to be offering luxury without intimidation, value that customers can truly feel. Thank you, TMM, for giving us this opportunity to share our hearts out with you.
Thank you, TMM, for sharing our story.